Lifespan Development, Part 1. The program is for BSc and BA students, Semester 3. The topic is Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Cognitive development is the process by which a child's understanding the world changes with age and experience. The theories of cognitive development explain intellectual development that occurs during developmental process. It is the way of thinking and our understanding that affect our behavior. It is how our cognitive abilities change as we develop. Jean Piaget proposed that all people pass through a fixed sequence of universal stages. The first one is sensory motor stage. It is from birth to 2 years. Pre-operational stage 2 to 7 years. Concrete operational stage 7 to 11 years. Formal operational stage 12 years and above. The sensory motor stage. According to Piaget, the stage from birth to 2 years is sensory motor stage. Children know about the world through basic actions such as sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. During initial part of the sensory motor stage, the child has no competence. It cannot represent the environment using images, language, or other symbols. At this stage, object permanence does not occur. What is object permanence? It is the awareness that objects and people continue to exist even if they are out of sight. Children begin forming images of objects or people after the age of 9 months. This is the development of object permanence. The next stage is pre-operational stage. According to Piaget, the period from 2 to 7 years of age is pre-operational stage. It is the period of language development. Thinking is more advanced in this stage when compared to the previous stage. In pre-operational stage, the child will be having egocentric thoughts. It means the child views the world entirely from his or her perspective. At this age, the child is not able to understand the principle of conservation. So what is principle of conservation? This is the knowledge that quantity is unrelated to arrangement and physical appearance of objects. For example, there is a pair of glass. Equal amount of liquid is poured in a pair of glasses. The glasses are of the same size and shape. The children of 4 and 8 years were asked to tell the amount of liquid in pair of glasses. Both children told that glasses contain equal amount of liquid. When same amount of liquid was poured in taller glass, the child of 4 years of age told that the glass had more liquid, though the amount of liquid in both the glasses, taller and another one as usual, in both the glasses, amount of liquid poured is equal. The child of 4 years, he told that the taller glass had more liquid. The next stage is concrete operational stage. This period is from 7 to 12 years of age. The children develop the ability to think in a more logical manner. They begin to lose egocentrism. The children gains mastery over the principle of conservation. Children are able to understand the principle of reversibility. For example, what is reversibility? For example, children can understand that the ball of clay, when it is rolled into long sausage shape, we are able to recreate the original ball by reversing it. So this is reversibility. So it can be lengthened and it can be rolled into a ball. So that is the principle of reversibility. So children are able to understand this principle. Next one is formal operational stage. So the formal operational stage begins at 12 years to adulthood, 12 years and above to adulthood. This stage is characterized by abstract thinking. Adolescent or young adult begins to think abstractly. Teenagers think more about philosophical, social, and political issues. These issues require abstract reasoning. The next topic is schemas. What are schemas? Schemas is organized mental pattern that represent behaviors and actions. In Piaget's theory, a schema is both the category of knowledge and it is also process of acquiring that knowledge. Piaget says people are constantly adapting to the environment as they take new information and learn new things. A schema represents one understanding of how something works. The process through which the schemas changed are known as assimilation and accommodation. So, the process by which we take new information is developed, is changed through assimilation and accommodation. So assimilation is the process of taking new information into our already existing schemas. So this is assimilation. For example, the child understand what a dog looks like. The child sees the dog, so having ears, legs, and tail. If the dog barks, the child experiences disequilibrium. The dog also has fur. Again, the child will be put in disequilibrium. The child is adding new schema into existing schema. The parent tells and reinforces the child that it is a dog. So now assimilation is taking place. The child gets into a state of equilibrium. Next is accommodation. Accommodation involves modifying the existing schemas or ideas as a result of new information or new experience. For example, the child sees cat and this is a different animal. The child sees some of the same traits of the dog in the cat also. It has four legs, it has ears, tail, but it does not bark like the dog. Fur of the animal also differ. So the animal does not bark, it goes makes some sound meow. The animal is it can climb the tree. Now the child is in disequilibrium. The child is told that it is a cat. So now the child is forming new schema that the cat has four legs, ears, tails, and it goes mewing. It has fur. It can climb the tree. So accommodation has occurred. The child returns to a state of equilibrium. Schema of about cat has been formed. So accommodation involves what is be modifying existing schemas or ideas. So because of this, new experience or new information is going it is going to get. So this is about accommodation. Next, equilibration. It is maintaining a balance between assimilation and accommodation. Equilibrium helps explain how children can move from one stage of thought to the next stage. For example, the child loves the soups that their family eats on a regular basis. The child goes to friend's house and the child is given soup and the child hates it. The child at first thinks all soup are good. So they keep trying it and disliking it. This leads to disequilibration, which is a state of conflict and stress. The child adopt so what they adopt their thinking to stop the conflict, and the child finds not all the type of soup it drinks is good and some taste bad. Some taste bad. So this is equilibration. So Piaget's theory takes the view that creating knowledge and intelligence is inherently active process. So what he says, it is inherently active process. To summarize, the theory helps us to understand children's intellectual growth. Children are constantly experimenting with the world, and they build their understanding of how the world works. So this is about cognitive development, theory of cognitive development.